Hello and welcome to the Sweaty and the Farmer and the news where Blizzcon Online happened, people. Internet dudes and dudettes, it happened. And we bring you all the sweet little details. This is our weekly show where we discuss some of the most important news in the gaming world. And in this episode of Blizzconline, I am the running gamer as the Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the Farmer. Thanks for coming together this week to talk about BlizzCon.
Just Blizzconline. There's nothing else. So in the docket we have Blizzconline 2021 World of Warcraft, Blizzconline Diablo 2 World of Warcraft, Blizzconline Hearthstone stuff, and Blizzconline Overwatch stuff. Alright? Alright? So, with that out of the way, some of the details starting with World of Warcraft. So we have the new patch, Chains of Domination.
9.1.
The 9.1, which is the big chunk. And with that, the Burning Crusade classes. So let's start with the details of Chains of Dominations. We're gonna have a new section called Korthia. We have the actual name here.
Yeah.
And that is gonna bring more stuff, more pets, mounts, all the goodies. And apparently we're gonna have the integration of the covenants in the Mawson, and then the Mawson is gonna have mounts like normal mounts. You're not gonna have the aid of the jailer anymore, so you can spend more time down there, basically.
We'll see how this integration works. It sounds interesting because now MO is very, for most people, it's very just go and do your weeklies
and forget about it. Yeah, so this is gonna
there is not much really to it aside from that.
Yeah, so they're gonna kind of open it as a normal zone, as we can kind of like.
Let's see how it works.
Yeah. All right, we have of course new raid called the Sanctum of Domination. They're gonna dominate you like the dominatrix is there. One would argue that World of Warcraft already dominates a lot of people's lives, but so we're gonna have a new raid in the mall, in like a mall like castle thingy, and we're gonna have like some of the highlights of the baddies down there are gonna be the Eye of the Yellow, which is a thing that apparently has a relation with Odin in the dude in the Legion expansion, and that is probably his eye, something like that. We're gonna have the Terragrag, which is the thing that chases you out of the mall.
When you fail.
Out of the Torghast when you're doing
not the mod, the Torghast.
The Torghast, yeah. When you're doing the Torghast road, and we're gonna have Kel'Thuzad, and finally we're gonna have Sylvanas. Do you think we're gonna actually kill Sylvanas?
Probably not.
No?
No.
You're probably gonna redeem Sylvanas or something like that.
That I don't know. But we'll follow
the redemption.
Those are two different things.
Fair enough. So yeah, how are you feeling about this raid?
It looks interesting. It's bringing back Kel'Thuzad. That's interesting.
Yeah. And apparently a lot more like history baddies, because we're gonna fight against the most bad souls of the universe, something like that.
We'll see. Sylvanas, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be again like it's a big moment for the game. Like Jaina was a boss in BFA.
Yeah. Haven't we fight Sylvanas before in a raid?
As a raid boss? No.
No, never?
Nope.
Ooh. Alright.
She has never been an enemy.
She has never been an enemy. Alright. Fair enough.
She has always been a faction leader.
Okay. And then after that we have the announcement of the Mega Dungeon, which is a mythic only 5-player dungeon if I'm not wrong. Like the Mechagon before.
5-player, all dungeons are 5.
You never know.
You mean 8 boss?
Yeah. You can have a dungeon with 6 players. Or 4 players.
You cannot.
No?
Not in WoW.
All right.
What are you talking about?
No. Anyways, we're gonna have the mega dungeon called Jesus. The Savage? Yes? That's the pronunciation.
I have no idea how to pronounce it.
the Veil Market, which is all theme around the brokers.
Yeah, the little Oscar Pistorius looking guys in Aarhus.
Yeah, so we're gonna find for sure more lore about the brokers, where they come from and that sort of stuff. What is it, the real purpose? Apparently we're gonna have like a chase scene through multiple dimensions or something like that.
It's gonna be interesting. I like this idea of mega dungeons.
Mega dungeons.
It's probably gonna get split to get added into
the Mythic Plus
rotation for the next patch for 9.2.
Fair enough. And we're gonna
have a cool mount though.
Yeah. The mounts look super cool. Yeah, we're gonna have like a pirate dragon.
That's one of the bosses.
Yeah. And we're gonna have new things on Torghast, new powers, new floors, new wings, new enemies. That's just more update on Torghast, hopefully. And they're gonna remove the punishment mechanic. When you die, you get out. When you run out of lives, you get nothing. So they're gonna change this reward system around the Torghast wings run.
Yeah, it sounds like they will rework it completely. We'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah.
It was very unclear which direction are they moving Torghast.
Yeah, that is true. And then we're gonna have flying. You're gonna finally fly in the Shadowlands. So the speculation is that the important thing is like it's gonna be account wide. So once you open it in one toon, you have it for everything else.
That has always been true of Pathfinder.
Okay, but it's important to tell people.
But that's always been true of Pathfinder.
Yeah, and it's gonna be kind of tied up to the renown system, which we expected.
We already knew that.
Yeah, we expected it. We're gonna have new cosmetic Covenant set armors. The only one that I actually like was the Ventier one. And of course, the refresh of the second season of everything else. Those are the details for the upcoming 9.1 patch.
No, it's nothing unexpected.
Nothing that we didn't know about. All right, let's quickly move to the Burning Crusade Classic, because we don't know if we're gonna even go to this. I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I was like, it will remind me that if I go and play this now that I have the opportunity, it will remind me so much when I first tried WoW, which was in Burning Crusade, in a Burning Crusade private server. So maybe I will try it this time around. I didn't try Classic because it was like meh. But Burning Crusade, maybe those nostalgic bows.
Not that different from Classic.
I know, but it's those nostalgic bows. It was the first expansion I tried. You know, it speaks more to me.
It's
Lucho, stop
gonna
it.
play the same, but fair.
Stop it, yeah. All right, we have the beta soon. This year is gonna come the beta release. So I'm gonna say around after summer.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
And we're probably looking. I'm pretty sure they're hoping to launch for the holidays.
Yeah, correct. So some the beta around after summer, then those are because the beta in summer or something around, because the beta run like around 3 months, give it a take, right?
Yeah.
So if they want to launch in the holidays, so that's the good point to start the beta. I don't know.
Be surprised if it is a smaller, a shorter beta.
Fair enough.
They got a lot of experience from Classic, so.
Fair enough. I don't know what this spell batch is thing. What is a spell batching? I have no idea, but is removed.
Sure.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is, but it's removed, I guess. they're gonna put the new classes, the Draenei and the Blood Elves, and that's the reason, because I want to play Blood Elves.
Okay.
The first time that I try World of Warcraft, just tried because I find the Blood Elves super interesting. Yeah,
Just
I was
such a weeb.
Yeah, I'm a weeb. Yeah, I was a teenage weeb.
You still are a teenage
Probably
weeb.
still am. And current classic servers become progression servers, which, okay, I guess. And we're gonna have the old divide thingy, which
you have to explain things.
yeah. All right. So you explain.
No, I don't know what the white thing means.
You're gonna have some. The thing is, like, you're gonna have some play that you can stay in classic forever, or you can like move your characters to Burning Crusade, and there are gonna be different servers instance, but
yeah. Basically, as soon as the Burning Crusade Classic launches, they're gonna take a snapshot of your classic character.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep a copy. Like you can choose to keep that copy in classic or to move forward with that character into Burning Crusade. During the Q&A, they mentioned that basically both are gonna stay active, or like one is gonna be active and one is gonna be dormant.
Yeah.
They mentioned something about like paying a fee to have both activated.
Correct. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they're gonna if you wanna keep both, you're gonna keep the same character in both Classic and Burning Crusade, you're gonna have to pay.
They were very vague with how gold and all that stuff is gonna work.
Yeah.
That's something they'll have to wait and see how it works.
Yeah.
But at the earliest, you'll have the option to stay in your preferred era. Wow.
Yeah. All right. And for some of the highlights of the Q&A panel, apparently they're gonna leave us that they talk about the faction imbalance, and
they've been
say
talking about that for years.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for years, and the possibility that you can play with horde people, is a thing.
No, it's not a thing.
It's not a thing?
That's not what Ian said. But Ian said was, yeah, it's not happening, but I'm just not saying never.
Yeah, fair.
But it's not happening.
Right.
It was a roundabout saying of no way, but I'm not gonna say never because things could change. But his answer was no.
Yeah.
That's the end of that discussion.
Yeah, fair.
And it has been for years. Like that has been Ian's answer for years now.
Yeah. The other thing is you cannot fly from zone to zone in the channel, which makes sense because the zones are separated by an infinite amount of space. So, yeah,
sure.
You still have to go. I don't know if you can like fly through to the gate.
Probably not.
You're gonna have to actually use the flying pad to get out of the zone, which is gonna be a hassle. But I would prefer them to put like, I don't know, like four doors or something like that.
Fine.
All right, it's fine. He says he's fine.
It is. It's basically like the flying between the closest flying pads to us. It's basically a loading screen.
Yeah, that is true.
Like it takes the same time.
Yeah, that is true.
So
it's gonna be fine. They're gonna address some of the class imbalance in Burning Crusade, putting Paladin in both factions. And,
I mean, because that did happen in Burning Crusade.
And no more races for now on the Shadowlands. That's it from the highlights of the Q&A.
That was a big thing. And I don't know if you pay attention to the WoW forums.
Yeah.
There was some small outrage because no new customizations and no new late races.
Yeah.
Seem to be in the works, and that's something that people
wanted
like a lot.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
That's one of the big hits of BFA was a light races.
Yeah, that is true. All right, now to Diablo things and stuff. So we have on Diablo 4 We have the new, more in-depth look of the new class Rogue, how he plays with daggers, how it has a combo system. He have an exploit weakness system. He has kind of a shadow disappearing system. He can combine. He can imbue his stuff with poison and shadow. And on top of that, he can imbue that with frost and other elements. Right? And
very, very classic roguish.
Yeah, and everybody was wondering if this kind of like very deep and modular design is going to translate to the other classes. I imagine yes. I imagine when we will have like more in depth of the other classes, because everybody was saying like, oh yeah, the rogue is like has so many options and stuff that you can do, and the weapons from the barbarian and the multi-element from the mage. Then what's with the other classes they already announced? They're probably gonna expand the system. Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
we cannot say anything about that.
That is true. And the build reveal of the thing is like it's gonna be optional PvP, Dark Sun style like. You enter and you can PvP, and there is PvP and PvE in the same zone, and you have to take out your resources by covering it, just like Dark Souls.
It's not all your resources. It seems that you are only gonna get some.
You're gonna get currency.
Currency.
Yeah, for now you're gonna get currency.
That you have to cleanse a la Division 2 Dark Souls style.
Yeah, but
which is an interesting take on PvP.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. Yeah, nice. And you're gonna have these amazing zones. In one of the Q&As, they say that they ask in one of the interviews of other content creators, they ask if these zones are gonna be easily camped. Like sometimes in Division 2, you can camp like the entrance points and just kill PvP players all the time, but basically they say that the zones are going to be big enough that that's not going to be possible. We'll have to wait and see how the development of this is going to turn out at the end.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a very specific question for them to answer now. That basically the answer is we'll try not to, but we have no idea how it's going to go.
Correct.
And no one can predict that. Like no matter how good of a developer you are, you just cannot predict what people are gonna end up doing. So
and the other thing they asked was, and this was in a Queen 69 interview, about like if you're playing hardcore, because there's gonna be a hardcore mode for sure. What happens if you disconnect? And the answer for them is what they're gonna have a scroll of return in your character. That if you have that scroll return and you disconnect, it will automatically return you to your base and won't let you die. So there you go. Interesting tidbit. All right, for Diablo 2 Resurrected, it's gonna be on PC consoles and it's gonna be cross progression. All the cinematics are gonna be remodernized, shot for shot, says the team. The game will be playable in both of their versions. So in the original Super Sprite versions and the 3D versions, you can toggle between them. And it's gonna be 8-player multiplayer.
That's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be insane. Was it the original like just 4 players?
Yeah, that's right. All.
Yeah, that's always.
That's all the LAN connection could support.
Yeah, correct. Back in the day. All right, Diablo Immortal update. The tidbits. Yeah. They say the normal thing, a large variety of ways to progress your character, because they were complaining that in the alpha there was only like 2 ways, or even do quests or bounties. But they say that the endgame is plentiful and we're gonna have a lot of things to do.
I mean, they specifically say that the technical alpha that happened 4 months ago was just mid-game content.
Correct.
That they didn't include any endgame into that technical alpha. So
the new Paragon system that they're planning is less linear than Diablo 3, and apparently it's going to be more expandable than Diablo 3, which is good.
We'll see how it goes. That's one of those things that only details will say if it works or not.
They said that control supporting was one of the most asked features in the alpha, so that we're probably gonna have that.
It's not rare for big quote unquote mobile games to have control support. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they'll work in it.
And the level cap in the alpha was 45, and of course it's gonna be 60 at the end of everything else. So those are the tidbits from the Diablo Immortal. All right, anything else from the Q&A? For Immortal, one important thing. For Immortal, the season and content updates are not gonna reset your stuff like in Diablo 3. There's gonna be controller support for Diablo 2, resurrected in PC if you wanna play with your controller. I've never played an action RTS with a controller, to tell you the truth.
It's not RTS, it's an RPG.
An action RPG like in that perspective with a controller, to tell you the truth. You cannot imagine. Where is placed Immortal? Apparently Immortal is gonna be placed between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3.
They said that on release actually.
Yeah.
On that.
So yeah,
they mentioned that it was between 2 and 3.
So the Kirkane is gonna be alive before the Meteor, before Tyrael falls and all that sort of stuff. That's why the classes in Immortal are closer to Diablo 3. Because it's just before that time. And yeah, that's it for Diablo. That's all we have to do in the update for Diablo. That's what's gonna happen. For Hearthstone, we're gonna have expansions, new spells with the schools, the ranked spells that we mentioned in the episode before, new keyword, which is classic of the new expansion. Generally, they bring you new mechanics for the cards.
Yeah.
The core set, which is the most interesting thing because they're gonna like rebuff and rework some of the old cards of the base set when Hearthstone came out, but you're gonna still have the opportunity to play with the original no buff old cards.
Yeah, they have legacy, a so-to-called legacy. What's the name? Legacy format.
Yep. Correct. And finally, Hearthstone Mercenaries, which was the highlight of the thing. A tactical RPG and roguelike for single-player progression, basically. So more things to do in Hearthstone is always good. And finally, in the Q&A, they want to do a Morlock expansion, apparently. People want them to do a Morlock expansion.
I mean, Morlocks are one of the most beloved pets.
Yeah. Where did they appear first? World of Warcraft, right? They appeared first in World of Warcraft?
No.
Cool.
No, Warcraft.
On Warcraft? They appeared first on Warcraft?
Yep. You could find... I'm 100% sure that in the introductory quest on the tutorial quest or tutorial mission for Warcraft 3, you'll kill Morlocks with Troll.
There you go. All right. They say that the core set is great for new players, of course.
It is the easier way to handle getting people into a game.
Yeah.
The same as Magic.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
The core set has like
the easy
things that are easier to pick up the mechanics for the game.
Correct. They want to revamp and bring back Quest, but they're still not sure. They're looking at it.
They just don't know how to do it by this point. It's fine. They seem to have moved away from the Quest approach they had at the beginning of Hearthstone.
Yeah. And they want to do something with randomizing hero skins and coins, which are the powers. All right.
Yeah, it's fine. From
Overwatch. we have a very small section from Overwatch. New maps, which is Rome and New York, which they unveil on the very cool unit. Very beautiful maps, man. The architecture of that game is bellissimo. Very cool. This game world is very amazing, right, Lucho?
The what?
The game world of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. They show you the hero mission and PvE co-op missions, which they're gonna absolutely have a very important central narrative in the new Overwatch 2.
Not only narrative, but like they seem to be. They put a lot of emphasis on those, which means that maybe they're core to the gameplay.
Yeah, they're gonna be the main thing of Overwatch.
Or at least that was the impression that they left with their behind the scenes.
Yeah, correct.
At least to me.
Yeah. They show you the progression system for each hero, which are classic World of Warcraft 3 ability trees. And you can combine one with them and buy like points for one with them and do crazy stuff. And they showcase like the AoE hammer down explosion for Reinhardt. They showcase a soldier traveling with his pack, and that his pack could sweep out people out and that sort of crazy stuff. Exploring all the kits of the heroes, which is super cool. More story for Overwatch 2. Emphasis on storytelling, which is what everybody wanted from Overwatch.
It's definitely a focus. The impression that this behind the scenes left is that the focus is definitely on the story side and the world building.
They
side
talk
of the game.
They talk about like set pieces inside the game, that if you are like in this mission, then you have you go to this point of the mission, and then you have a big set piece, and how is that going to interact with the cooperative aspect of it. And a big focus on what PvE content is going to come with Overwatch 2.
Yep.
Almost by this point, everybody was saying like, this is a new game. This is no sequel. This is actually a new game.
I mean, they said that. No?
Yeah,
Jeff Kaplan said straightforward that this is going to be a new game that is just replacing Overwatch.
Correct.
Which I'm happy to hear.
Yeah, Lucho was pretty happy about the emphasis on PvE and progression and that sort of stuff, as he's very happy about it. And a lot of update hero.
Like RPGs, this is a more RPG-like game.
Yeah. This basically is going to be the first-person RPG of Blizzard at this point, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
It still seems. Sadly, no, it seems that it's in not very early, but it's still like early stages of.
Yeah. And of course, they're gonna.
It was very raw 2 years ago, and it's still very early today.
Yeah, correct. And finally, they of course gonna update every single hero appearance to like showcase a new era for watching the pass of time. We see like Reinhardt with his long hair and long beard. We see the new Mercy like with white hair and short hair, that sort of stuff.
I mean, the Overwatch art team, that's an amazing job.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
At bringing to life this character.
We really didn't expect anything like revolutionary from Overwatch, but what they show us in this behind the scene was just like beautiful and breathtaking, and the expansion of the world was very cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, the arcade collection details. So we're gonna have the Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, and Blackthorn on the collection, which I think I have played the Lost Vikings from all these games.
I have played the Lost Vikings, yeah.
Right? We both have played, and I think that was their big.
That was
success,
their biggest.
Right?
Like console game. Like all these three were developed for console.
Yeah, correct.
And the Lost Vikings were their biggest hit.
Yeah.
Up to when they released Warcraft.
It's included the Celebration collection on PC. I don't know what that means. Is it a package on PC or something like that?
You can, like, from the BlizzCon packages.
Yeah.
The things that they sell.
Yeah.
That include all the goodies. After one of the tiers for that, you'll get just the arcade.
Oh, I get it. All right. Consoles, we will be able to play the collection, of course. It makes sense. The arcade collection is gonna be for $20. So if you wanna sell all your nostalgia,
If you just wanna pick it up, the collection, like ignoring all the BlizzCon swag.
Yeah, it's better, I guess, to get the Celebration collection.
if you do play Blizzard games.
Yeah, it's just better. Yeah, you're gonna save money and gonna have these small arcade collections there. We recommend it, but I don't know till when the 30-year Celebration collection is gonna be available in the store.
I have no idea.
Yeah. They upgrade all these games, of course, definitive and upgraded version. And this is weird. Featuring a custom key mapping of the ability to rewind up to 10 seconds. So yeah, you can cheat on the console games, I guess. So it's just a weird feature to put on, right?
Yeah.
So okay, they're gonna have a watch mode for Lost Vikings and Blackthorn. Interesting. They're gonna have saves everywhere. Autosave, you can save and manually save everywhere. So easy version of the arcades. Yeah, and that's it. And of course they're gonna give you like game art, development asset, and everything about these games. And in a very beautiful, nostalgic package if you wanna have like key art and game interviews and lore of how these games were made and back in the day.
It's very cool.
So those are the chunky details of the follow-up of the BlizzCon Online 2021. I don't think we miss a lot. Probably in the week that you're watching this, we're gonna be more interviews and more information because there were a bunch of Q&A not featured on the con that were done with content creators. And
okay, not Q&As, just interviews with content creators.
Interviews with content creators and that sort of stuff.
Those are not Q&As.
Okay.
A Q&A is not an interview.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're right. Interviews
because
and
it's
Q&As.
Not people submitting questions.
What they did with Queen and these other Australian content creators was a Q&A. Like they were on a Discord in a Discord channel.
Okay, but that's what they decided to do.
Yes.
But probably it was just an interview with the content creators. It's just that each specific content creator decides how to run its interview.
They were all in a same call. That's what I mean.
Sure, that's how they decided. Okay, that's how they decided to run it.
I don't know. There's gonna be more details because there are unreleased interviews and Q&As, interviews or Q&A or conversation, whatever you want to call it. With different content creators of like their particular games. In this case, Queen 69 and a bunch of Australian content creators have sit down with Diablo 4 developers, and we're gonna probably see some Overwatch happening the same if they're gonna allow it. But yeah, we may next week have more details of this. Maybe if something juicy comes out from those interviews, but I think this is it, right?
Yeah.
I think these are the juicy details. Very solid, very nothing like to blow it up out of the water of this BlizzCon. I think this is my conclusion. Like nothing to absolutely explode people's minds, with very solid presentation, with all the progress in the projects they have. Yeah, what do you think about it now that all the details are out?
It was nothing unexpected.
Nothing unexpected, and I think that's good and bad at the same time. people like surprises and that sort of stuff, but
Yes, that's not what Blizzard does usually.
They always have surprises like the big trailer of Diablo 4 last BlizzCon.
The big trailer for Diablo 4 that everyone was expecting.
Yeah, but nobody saw it. It was hyped.
But
you know what I mean?
Expecting it.
You know what I mean? Big things. When they announce big things, that the BlizzCons are always like exciting when they announce new and big things. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They don't announce big things every BlizzCon.
I know that they don't, but those are the most exciting BlizzCon from my point of view. All right, this was it. That's it. That's it for the update on all the details in the BlizzCon follow-up. So yeah, take us home, Lucho.
That's all for this week's BlizzCon news with the Sweaty and the Farmer. My name is Lucho, and you can find me on Twitter at Blizzconline.
And I'm the Learning Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter at the Learning Gamer. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Like your life depends on it. Share this content with everybody that you know. You know whether we love you, and we receive all the feedback to be better at this. I guess we want to be better. And thank you for coming to the Sweaty the Farmer and the news. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.